Hello, fellow travelers. My name is Brittni. Today I'm going to be giving you a little brief BB micro introduction to building your adventure deck. Your adventure deck consists of 20 cards, which you will choose, and you can have no more than 2 copies of the same card. So those are your requirements you have to meet in order to play your adventure deck in the game. 20 cards, no more than 2 of the same card. There are 3 major things that you need to think about as you go through the game. That was my dog sneezing. Don't worry about it. There are 3 major things that you need to think about as you go through choosing your adventure deck. That is your contract, your complication, and your subplots. Your contract is located on the gray side of your adventure card. Your complication is located on the flip orange yellowish side. And your subplot is located right below your contract requirement on the contract side. Your adventure deck cards have a red backing, where your captain's deck cards have a blue backing, but all of your adventure cards look the same, so they're very easy to identify from the get-go. So your adventure cards, the first thing you're going to come up against is your complication. It's going to get all up in your face and force you to solve it before you can even get to trying to solve your contract. The complications, the adventure deck itself has an emphasis towards medicine, social, and admin skills. So you want to pack your captain's deck full of those. And if you can, make them expert level skills, because expert level skills are even more valuable when they come up because they're going to stump your opponent. Your opponent won't really know to be prepared for that, depending on what their adventure deck looks like. So if you can make sure that you have a reliable expert level skill that you can solve in your contracts, in your adventure decks, then that is a very useful way in order to win your contracts, get the victory points, get even closer to winning the game. Subplots are very important because they provide you with the extra victory points that you need in order to win the game. For example, one of the cards that I have double of because they're so valuable victory point wise is Humanitarian Evacuation contract, which has Buccaneer complication on the other side. We'll get into that in just one second. So for this Humanitarian Evacuation complication contract, you need to get a cargo, a passenger, cargo capability, passenger capability, which a lot of the ships already come stacked with, and just a trained level social skill, which is super easy to come by. So it's not very hard to complete this contract. Then on top of that, your subplot offers you 2 subplots that you can solve for a total of 3 extra victory points on top of the 4 victory points you would win for solving your contract. That's a total of 7 victory points in one round of the game, in a game where you're just trying to get to 20. So you're almost halfway to winning in one turn, in one round of Traveler, which is huge. Unless you are the Broadsword Mercenary Cruiser. In that case, you need to acquire 5 additional victory points to win, so for a total of 25. But Broadsword comes packed with goodies that really do even out the situation. So either way, you'd be in good shape. Your complications are super useful in order to muck up your opponent's gameplay as well. For example, the Buccaneer that I was just talking about, the complication on that side. If your opponent happens to have a low attack value or defense value on their ship, this is a great complication to put out onto the board into play, because this is basically an enemy ship that's going to attack them and could possibly blow them out of the sky. And that's just in a complication. So you didn't have to do anything ugly or like bloody yourself. You had this do it for you, essentially. It's the gentleman's way of vanquishing thine enemies, to be fair. So I think that's it as far as what you're looking for. Your captain's deck is incredibly important in matching your adventure deck and vice versa. You can, choose your captain's deck first and then base your adventure deck off of that, or choose your adventure deck first and then base your captain's deck off that. Just realize that they are completely intertwined and you need them both to match up in order to give you as many opportunities as possible to win the game. I think that's it. If you would like a list of the contracts and their matching complications, that will be listed in the description below. Also listed in the description below will be links to the forum, the Facebook, Board Game Geek, whatever you need, all the resources you need in order to contact us, in order to ask questions and get in touch with your community. We're so excited that you're playing the game, that you're having fun, that you're building your decks. I hope it's going well for you. I hope your future passages are free of pirates, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.